Ernest, you're one of the older offensive linemen now with this team. First, what is that like? I mean, does it feel like that's happened quickly? But two, what is the mission for you guys over spring practice, but knowing you guys have to replace 4 starters from last year?
Definitely, you always got to approach everything every day, one day at a time, to get as best individually as you can possibly be, and just taking every day with that approach. Everybody really just back to square one. Us, it's day one spring ball, so getting back to the basics and just executing everything you possibly can and getting as good as you possibly can, whether that's on the field, off the field, how to prepare, how to treat yourself like a professional, all types of different things.
Does it feel like it's happened quickly, going from you're one of the new guys to all of a sudden you're a vet?
I mean, for sure. Everybody says time flies quickly, but as I acknowledge that, one of the things I told myself was, you just got to try to bring everybody along with you. So that'll be one of the big challenges this spring. Just bringing people along with you, trying to get everybody max to full capabilities.
With you guys replacing the 4 starters, we haven't seen a ton of some of these young guys coming up. Is there any of these younger offensive linemen that have stood out to you, and what is kind of the mentality or the wisdom you're trying to impart on some of these young guys, try to get them ready to start for you guys this year?
Well, you come to the University of Georgia, to compete, and for a reason. So if competing is one of those reasons, then as far as competing, there goes depth, and with depth, there goes ability. So obviously everybody here is talented, and they're here for a reason. So it's honestly just about maxing everybody's potential, whether it's in the weight room or on the football field with steps, or whether it's how to prepare before practice or everything. It's just about bringing everybody together and trying to make everybody the best they can be.
Yeah, as y'all look back at last season over the past couple of months, what were some of the main, issues you saw with the offensive line, and how do you go about fixing those over the next 3 or 4 weeks of spring practice?
Well, I'm a firm believer, and you can't really dwell on the past for us to fully be able to live in the future. So I don't see what reassessing anything we did last year would help any of the guys we have moving in the line this year. So, we're really just trying to, like I said, focus on making everybody better. That includes myself, everybody in the room, starting with Coach Searles all the way down. Everybody has to get better. Really just try to fulfill their max potentials every day, and that's all you can ask for.
Ernest, can you give us some insight into how Coach Searles leads? We had an opportunity to talk to Tate and Xavier at the NFL Combine on Coach, but just from your perspective and the way he works with you guys and what he's able to do to inspire and teach you.
Well, yeah. So we start the meeting off every day. We go over 4 things that we call our personal DNA traits for the offensive line: or effort, attitude, toughness, and knowing what to do. And we generally take pride in, as a room, reflecting those 4 traits, because going down to effort, you're giving max effort and everything. That's what you come to do. You can't not give any max effort, because then you'll be slacking. And then attitude, you have to have the proper attitude to show up to work every day, no matter how you feel, what's going on outside the white lines. Once you're stepping through the white lines, you gotta have the proper attitude to get ready at practice. Toughness embodies the position that we play. You definitely have to be tough to be offensive lineman, so mentally and physically. And knowing what to do is obviously the biggest thing. For step 1, you have to know what you're doing before you're able to do anything. So those are 4 traits of the whole thing.
Friends, I don't know if you guys do end of season interviews with just like you and the position coach, but when you look at last season, how do you evaluate your year and heading into this spring? What do you expect primarily to be working?
Everything. I'm a firm believer that nobody's perfect but the man above, so everybody can always get better at everything that they do. So I just try to reflect and look myself in the mirror every day and tell yourself you gotta get better in everything, in all aspects of life, on the field, off the field, physically, mentally, everything.
How comfortable do you feel switching between both left tackle and right tackle, but also moving potentially down into guard as well? I know you've obviously played primarily as a tackle for Georgia.
Versatility is something that stands out next to people's names. So if somebody can show up to versatile, then it's a good sign.
Yeah, you said it feels like the offensive line is back to square one going into spring practice. When you lose so many guys that have played so many snaps, does it feel like every snap, every rep is truly up for grabs between 8, 10, 12 guys?
I mean, it's like that every year, regardless of who left, who came back. You have to show your worth on the field day in and day out. So I wouldn't say anything changed as far as people having to prove themselves in practice.
Ernest, what did you see from Gunner over the last couple months since the Sugar Bowl? Is how he's gone about his work and ready for this year?
Well, Gunner's obviously a very likable human. Like a lot of people don't have too many bad things to say about Gunner, but just the consistency aspect of it. It's easy to be who you're supposed to be for 1 day or 2 days, but just seeing somebody be the same person over the course of, I want to say 2 months now. So it's really just consistency stands out.
Obviously, the O-line and the offense in general had some good and had some bad last year, but didn't finish where y'all wanted. Is there a sense of kind of urgency right now about plateauing and getting better as an O-line and an offense as a whole?
Well, you want to get better at everything you do all the time. So I mean, we're looking to assess everything as a team, not just the O-line, but offense. Everybody wants to get better in everything we do if we're gonna be the best team that we want to be, and everybody has to constantly improve. So we're really just looking forward. Like I said, going back to the basics day one and starting from the ground up.
It seemed like your freshman year, you kind of had said last year, Tate, the guys who are not afraid to call somebody out. Is there somebody who is emerging as that person so far, and is that important to have on the O-line?
Definitely. Well, as a position group where there's so much camaraderie that goes into the position, all 5 guys have to move together as one, and if one person's off, if one wrong, then all 5's wrong, and if one's wrong out of the 5, then the whole 11 of the offense is negative play. So we really just take pride in coming together as one, and really just the camaraderie it takes to be able to. I mean, leadership doesn't have to be from one person. Leadership can be from multiple people. People can lead by example. People can lead verbally. So really, everybody just having that respect for each other, to know that if somebody's getting on you, that nothing's personal. Everybody loves each other here, and we all just want to be better and want the best for each other.
Ernest, your coaches said that you were kind of beat up last year. Was it one injury, multiple injuries? Can you kind of walk us through it and how you're feeling now?
Well, I haven't, played football since the last game, so I feel kind of good right now. But, football is a tough sport. It's a knick-knack sport. Everybody takes hits, sometimes unfortunate situations happen, but it's the nature of the game. You expect to play hurt, you expect to play through injuries and stuff like that. So it's obviously not an ideal situation, but it's just sport football.
I'm sure you'll get a better sense of this over these next few weeks, but the defensive line has lost a lot of guys from last year. What did you see from that group just during winter workouts and the work they put in to get ready for the spring?
The same thing I saw from the whole team. We're essentially kind of a newer team, so everybody I say was just more eager. So the team, so a word that I say describe, not just the D-line, but most of the team this whole season just eager and hungry. So really just excited to see what we can do on the football field.
Ernest, Coach Smart chose you and Raylan to speak. I mean, that obviously says something about you and what you've done in this offseason. What's your message? I mean, you've seen what the fan base is like here since finishing the ball in California. What would you tell the fans about what they should expect from Georgia football the upcoming season?
Well, I just want to, first and foremost, we don't really pay attention. We consider that rap boys, and we worry about what goes on in the building, honestly. So if we take care of what we take care of in the building, then that's all that really matters. But if I want to have one message to the fans for this year, it'd just be, just thanks for the support. Keep supporting everything. We gladly appreciate it.
Yeah, just in seeing the defensive line, what have you seen out of Elijah Griffin, and what maybe makes him different given the size and speed that he brings as a freshman?
Like I said earlier, it's a lot of talented people here. Everybody's talented here, so it's just a matter of how people are gonna work and what he's gonna do for these next upcoming practices. So yeah, really excited to see what he can do.
Ernest, John Jackson has been in the program now for a year after not playing football for a very long time. How have you seen his progress, first of all, from when he first got here to now, and can he potentially be somebody who could fit into this mix on the offensive line?
I mean, for sure. When you think about just the nature of switching sports like that, let alone coming to a place like here, after now playing football for a long time, it'd be a hard transition for most people. But he took it on the chin. He came in with his head down, eager and ready to learn and get as good as he could possibly be. So he's another guy who just really just eager to see what we can do in the spring and what he looks like, how it's coming together.
One more question.
What have you seen from Daniel Calhoun in his time coming into the program? It's a guy we've heard a lot about, but not really had a chance to put eyes on.
Calhoun's a guy that he kind of embraces what we embrace as an O-line. You know, we just come in and, you know, we like to work and keep our head down and get as good as we possibly can. So just having that brotherhood, camaraderie with each other and being able to talk to each other how we need to be able to hold each other accountable and get the best out of each other is one thing I say count on the bodies for sure, as far as, you know, just being one of the guys in the line room.
Thank you, Ernest.
Thanks, Ernest.